What you doing, Brother Nick?
What's up?
What you doing, Brother Nick?
Kind of comping the drums together.
Ah.
Going through all the takes and getting the best ones of each one. Each
Nice.
section, kind of.
A lot of cut and paste, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That's good.
This is the time-consuming part, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just trying to do it real quick, just so I can get the other guys being able to, just making sure the drums are good in time for everyone else to record to.
Nice. All right, guys. Give you an update. Nick is in there. They did their scratch tracks. They got some drumming down. And did some other stuff. That's the clicking that you hear is him playing the scratch tracks and stuff. If you can hear it. Yeah, he's going through the files, the music files, and he's cutting and pasting like you would on the computer and putting them together. So then when the rest of the guys go in to do their final laydown, they'll have a positive recording that they can listen to and just go full board and get it wrapped up. So that's what's going on right now. So the band's in timeout right now. They're just kind of relaxing and chilling out, talking and having a good time. So Nick's in here getting everything put together so they can start recording again. So keep on watching. All right, Dan, what are you getting ready to do, Dan?
I'm getting ready to put down some tracks.
Which song are you working on?
That's a good question. That's why I have both guitars. So for King of the Dead, this one. For Dink, this one.
Nice.
So we'll see what one is up first.
Cool. We'll get some footage of you when you're in there.
Awesome.
All right. We did a scratch track earlier just for the people who don't understand what's going on next.
Yep.
Martin did a scratch track in which you used for the drums to be able to lay down his drum tracks, right?
Yep.
And a little bit of vocal track, right?
Correct.
So
And now
with that all said and done,
now it starts to build.
okay, so now Nick, your engineer, he took those scratch tracks and he put them together to make the song.
Correct. To get kind of the basics and get the timing of it down. You heard kind of a click track running, just to kind of make sure everything was spaced out, everything was good
Right.
there. Multiple tracks of it. So now we're going to start layering in guitars. First, we're going to do the rhythms, which is what Dan's going to put down right now.
Okay. So then, question is, then you guys will go back in and redo Martin will redo his parts again?
Correct. He'll do a second guitar plus leads, that kind of thing, and then I'll go in and do bass tracks, and then Shanda will do vocals, and then we'll do backing vocals.
And then that will be the final cut, and then Nick will have to
Yep. Then he
piece
starts
them all together?
Yep. Then he starts working on it. Then he starts kind of getting the mix going, and he'll send us versions, and we'll say, well, no, we want to hear bass more, we want to hear more cymbals, anything like that, and then he can tweak
Gotcha.
to get the final version down.
There's a lot. There's a lot in
Yeah.
just recording one song, and,
Yep.
and you guys are doing two, so I mean, it's pretty
Yeah,
crazy.
it'll start picking up speed now because we've got the backing tracks or the bass tracks down. So now
Right.
it's just layering everything. So
Sounds like Nick's got the music going on in the room for him.
yeah, give you two choices. You can either hear it coming out of the speakers, or you can put headphones on. He's got headphones all around. Even in here, you can pop headphones on if you want to.
Gotcha.
If you want to hear what's happening for the same thing. Like when Shanda comes in here to do vocals, she can put her the headphones on, or
Right.
she usually will have like it on one ear, so she can still hear with the other ear to kind of hear her own
Right.
voice when she's running. So.
Oh, sounds like he's changing some stuff around. Looks like they're using Martin's.
Yeah, as I say, they might be plugging in through the Kemper,
Right.
or maybe unplugging the Kemper to do everything.
Looks like you may be
Direct,
going
yeah.
direct, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what he'll do with me. I'll just go direct in, and
Okay.
then he can add.
Now will that change the tone of the song? Because Martin went through his amp. Now is that going to change the tone of the guitars?
For Martin's guitar, he was going for a certain tone. Last time when we recorded Sycophant, we all just plugged direct.
Okay.
And then Nick can put the effects on. You know, if you want more of a crunch, anything, he's got it right on the computer. So he would do that as they were going, which he's kind of tweaking for Dan right now.
Okay.
You know what kind of sound he wants for.
A lot of work, man. A lot of work.
Yeah, but it's fun.
Yep. Like I said earlier, I'm glad we're doing this. Behind the scenes, I don't know, well, hopefully they can hear what's going on with this mic on here. I don't have a hooked in like they have here, but it's cool that people will get to see behind the scenes of exactly how much work it is,
What goes into it, yeah.
Yeah.
And like for Nick, we've got all this time of manual recording, and then he's got all this time of, tweaking it because he does the mixing and kind of a basic mastering as well to get all the levels right and that.
Now he's got Dan going right now, doing his tracks now, laying his tracks down.
F sharp, A, sharp, F sharp,
The guys are in there, they're double checking through some parts that they got in the song. They're gonna make sure everybody's in time and everybody's got the right notes going on. I think they might have done a little bit of changing, I'm not sure. But they're just making sure everything's cool before they start laying down total tracks. Just tweaking a little, I guess you could say.
That's funky that we aren't.
Now, when you guys were all in there, I kind of said that you guys were kind of tweaking some stuff. What did you notice, Martin? There was something you noticed.
Oh, I noticed that we weren't quite all doing the exact same thing
just
at
doing
the same time.
Just doing different.
Right.
Actually,
It's very close, and it's very minute difference as to what three of us were doing. Just, now that we got to get it all together and make sure we're doing the exact same.
Right.
The original song was very punk, so it didn't really matter. But again, when you get into the recording, any little thing off is gonna throw it, and it was just a kind of a picking rhythm that Martin and I happened to be playing the same thing. Dan was playing a different. He was playing
Basically
one note
sounded
twice
the
where we were
same.
only playing it once. So we had the same amount of notes in the chorus part, but he was playing one note twice where we played it only once and went to a change. So
Generally saying live, it'd probably sound just fine.
you're not going to notice it. 'Cause
Right.
It's one fret off, which is
You
not
get
much of a tonal difference. But
Yeah, when you get your headphones on and get to listen, you might.
you'd be like, wait, something's
Gotcha.
funky. And again, even live, we were practicing and everything. We never noticed it because it's so close. But
When you get two guitars and the bass, you're
Yeah.
going to pick up that one guitar is
yeah,
slightly
Right.
off from the others.
and again, we learned this song off a live video from
Shannon's old band.
Small Town
Yeah.
Harlot. So it's kind of like okay, and then learned it from that, and then we've changed the tuning. Martin has drop tuned it quite a bit from what
Right.
the original was. So you learn it, and then you change that tuning, and then you gotta almost relearn it again.
So basically it's relearning it all over again,
Yeah. And even this part right here, what we had originally thought it was, Martin listened to it a lot with his headphones. He's like, oh, it's kind of this bounce back and forth, instead of just a straight.
Right.
So it's a little bit of a
So just bouncing the F sharp to get the D in there.
yeah. Kind of an open note, but it adds more depth and everything. So it's like,
kind of-
okay.
Kind of cool what she did down there.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever that girl's name was.
Wendy. No.
Looks like Dan's getting into it now.
Whitney.
Gotta get,
Way off.
count the clicks there.
Whitney, not Wendy. Whitney. I knew I
Ah.
was close. It was a W.
Yeah, that was one thing I noticed when you guys were in there doing your heads are all bobbing to the click, 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 click.
Part of it, yeah, because that's me kind of counting it, trying to get the beat. So earlier, you know, hear the drums, but we need that before the drums.
Yeah.
I'm very dependent on the drums sometimes.